The Truther Girls.
Hi everyone, Truther Girl Sonia here. I want to just talk a little bit about James Comey and his testimony and what I am making of this at this time. James Comey, the former director of the FBI, testified yesterday before the Senate, and it was huge. I mean, all across America, people were watching this like it was the Super Bowl. We're waiting to see what's James Comey going to say. Really, the media, you're hearing the same thing across the board, except from the alternative media. What you're hearing is James Comey is saying that Trump was a liar. He's saying that, he leaked information because he thought Trump would lie. A bunch of things to make it look like there's something solid here. Let's look at this article here from The Guardian. Comey's testimony shows the impeachment machine is warming up. How can you tell the impeachment machine is warming up? By watching the Republican senators in action. When faced with their news that their country was under Russian attack, these august members of the world's greatest deliberative body rushed to defend their most precious possession, not American values, but their very own Donald Trump. The proof that there's going to be an impeachment is that the senators are defending Donald Trump. That's all you've got? The fact that they're defending Donald Trump tells you that there's going to be an impeachment? I find this is a strange interpretation. I mean, look, they've been talking about impeachment from before he even took office, before he was even elected. The media is still talking about Trump getting impeached, and their evidence is the fact that the senators are defending Donald Trump. Okay, I don't get it. So what is it exactly that Comey had to say? You'll see a lot of headlines saying that Comey thinks Trump is a liar. In fact, Comey called the president a liar at least 3 times during his testimony. After their first meeting at Trump Tower in New York City in January, Comey sat in his car immediately after and typed everything out on a laptop. I was honestly concerned he might lie about the nature of our meeting, so I thought it important to document, Comey told senators. He documented all 9 conversations as a result. That's it? Comey doesn't trust Trump, and he documented some conversations and even said to Trump, I hope you release tapes. If you tape the conversation, I hope you release it so that people can see what you actually said. That's it? I mean, what does that really prove other than that Comey doesn't trust Trump? I don't see anything really solid there. He says Trump is a liar, but yeah, he's just talking about he thinks he's a liar. Oh, and then also he called Comey a nut job, apparently. Not very classy of Trump, but I mean, that's not the same thing as colluding with the Russians. So what did Comey say that Trump lied about? He lied about the state of the FBI. That Trump said the FBI was in disarray, and that they had lost trust in their leader, James Comey, who says this is not true, and he's sorry that the FBI even had to hear this. Okay, is that a lie? A lie or a difference of opinion? I mean, it's definitely not the kind of lie you can get impeached for. So, number 2, Comey leaked information. Yes, he leaked these transcripts of the notes he took of his conversations with Trump. Well, if there was anything in those conversations that was actually damning to Trump, then, why haven't we actually heard that? Because there probably isn't anything there. All it just proves is that Comey doesn't trust Trump. That's it. Kushner and Sessions may have known about Flynn request. When Comey got fired by Trump, it was after he refused to drop the investigation into Michael Flynn, who was at the time Trump's national security advisor. Well, we already know all about the case of Michael Flynn. He had attended a dinner with RT to celebrate their 10th anniversary, and he had conversations with Russia's ambassador to the US. They had taped the conversations, and Judge Andrew Napolitano had said, well, it wasn't really a big deal that he had this conversation. It was more of a big deal, and more shocking was the fact that it was taped and then tried to use it against him. I mean, honestly, I don't see anything here that, yes, he talked to some Russians, but I don't see anything here that at all proves there was any kind of interference in the election. He spoke to the envoy after President Barack Obama announced new sanctions against Russia to punish it for interfering in the American election. And I don't see how this proves that anyone in the Trump administration was collaborating with the Russians to interfere in the election. I don't see it. Do you? Here's what came out of Comey's testimony. The Obama administration tried to get Comey off the Clinton investigation. During the election campaign of 2016, Attorney General Loretta Lynch told him to refer to an investigation into Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton's alleged misuse of classified information as, quote, a matter rather than an investigation, according to Comey. He said Lynch's request, quote, gave me a queasy feeling because there was no doubt the FBI investigation was just that. In July 2016, Comey announced publicly there was, quote, no clear evidence Clinton or her subordinates had mishandled classified information. So that's it? The Obama administration tried to get Comey off the Clinton investigation and asked him to refer to it as a matter rather than an investigation. That's it? That's all you got, James Comey? I mean, you'd think if he had some real dirt on Trump, he would have dished it. But I still can't find it. Okay, so look, I mean, maybe there's something here that I haven't seen, but honestly, at this point, I think Comey's really pissed that Trump fired him. And I mean, see, Trump is a big businessman. He's used to being like the big boss, and he owns the company. He can fire whoever he wants. And when he became president, maybe he didn't realize that it's not the same thing as being the boss of the company. And some people have a lot of power. So when he fired Comey, I think Comey was like, I'll teach you to mess with me. And now Comey's trying to do whatever he can, you know, to sort of get back at Trump. That's what I think is really happening. I think that there's a lot of people that are really happy about this. And the media definitely, like at least, you know, the liberal media, is really making it sound like something really big came out of this. Bombshells were dropped. The only bombshell that I could find is the stuff about the Obama administration and the investigation into Hillary Clinton. That's it. So it's like the media is still using this whole Comey affair as a great opportunity to push this narrative that they've had all along, that Trump is going to get impeached. But, you know, you can't impeach someone unless you have the grounds. There has to be something really solid. So I'm starting to feel like it's weird. It's like this big distraction. Everybody's really, really focused on this. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And I don't think he's get impeached. I mean, at this point, I just don't see it. Anyway, that's where I'm at with this. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I missed something here. And thanks for liking and sharing this video. And thanks for listening to me. And I'll see you next time.